Hello, I'm Algerhill, and this is This War of Mine, a fantastic 2D side-scrolling survival simulator that places the player in control of a ragtag group of survivors in the midst of a civil war. I've already made a guide for one of the locations for This War of Mine, but in doing so, it got me thinking. I think I've simply been playing This War of Mine wrong. The concept of playing a game wrong is actually what I want to talk about. What I'm going on about is playing a game in an enjoyable way, but still managing to ruin the inherent spirit of the game. In This War of Mine, I found myself playing it simply wrong. The game is an exploration into the human psyche, what a player is willing to do to keep his characters alive. The stories and emotions created by the adventures and exploits of the characters keep the player invested in the all-important experience of keeping those damn survivors alive. Me? I just wanted to win. I realised about halfway through my first game that I hadn't suffered any deaths, any major illnesses, or any kind of setback that would normally ruin a game. This was because I was constantly looking up on the wiki the best way to beat the game. How to find the best loot, when to go to certain locations, how to build certain items and constructions. But This War of Mine isn't a game to be beaten, it's a game to experience, something to discover how much you feel for these characters and your attempts to justify their, and thus your, actions. True, the game itself is fairly simplistic gameplay-wise. The actions committed by your little survivors are merely rather scripted interactions committed by rather cookie-cutter models with the same animations and even the same height. However, it's the narratives that you create as a player that form the experience of This War of Mine. My decision to ransack the house of an elderly couple, taking everything they know and love from them in a desperate bid for survival, is something I do knowing that it is awful. The old people scream, yell, and run away, begging for their lives, and to be left alone. My decision to break the moral compass of civilized society hurts me psychologically, as much as it hurts the characters I'm controlling in gameplay. Because whenever you commit inherently evil actions, such as killing ostensibly harmless or unarmed people, or even taking things that belong to other people, your characters develop sadness, depression, and eventually become broken, leaving them husks of their former selves, as likely to just lay in bed and complain and waste away as to do anything helpful to their survival. Hell, one of the characters will actually kill your other survivors if he's sad enough. However, I never had to ransack the old people's house, because I never needed to. I was min-maxing so much that I knew where to get the good loot, where to go to find the parts I needed, and where the traders were. It never became a situation wherein I had to hurt or steal from innocent people to survive. Hell, in the previous guide I posted, clearing up a military outpost nets you absolutely tons of food, water, and about 150 bullets. I never needed any more again. My decision to play this game as efficiently as possible was partly fueled by my desire to keep my characters alive. I had become invested in them. However, mostly it was because of my inherent desire to do well in the game. This meant I robbed myself of the fundamental experience of This War of Mine, removing any real chance for me to become truly invested in my characters. If I know the best ways to circumvent death for my survivors, I'm never going to get to experience the heartbreak of their demise. It's interesting that a game can be interpreted so differently based on the individual player's mindset going into the game. If a player is prepared to research the game, and is as desperate to win as I was, then they will inevitably rob themselves of the great experience that is This War of Mine. So, the message from all this is that you need to enjoy the game as it was meant to be played. The truly great games can touch you in ways that other forms of media simply can't. Min-maxing and trying to beat the game defeats the purpose of the experience itself, and will eventually leave you with a hollow, unsatisfactory experience. Don't do what I did. Play This War of Mine the way it was meant to be played. In ignorance. My name is Algerhill, and this has been This War of Mine. Thank you for watching, and be sure to subscribe for more videos like this.